Okay. Okay. We just finished off Hilchos Sukkah now. We left one Ber Halacha. Page, we have a Ber Halacha on 268. It's big Ber Halacha. Of course, Hanukkah, right? If we just finished Sukkah now. The Mechaber had said in Tess, page 268, Yesh mi she'omer she'os lehoros min ha'rovo, lachen tiloso. Right? That on Hoshana Rabbah, that after you've used the arova of Hoshana, you're not permitted to use it because it was designated for a mitzvah. Im lo histo lemeikoro. Unless initially you had in mind that it should not be designated for that. You had in mind that you should be able to use it after you use it for the mitzvah. Why? Because otherwise, the kuliyom is katsoy lemitzvah. Because otherwise, the person had in mind it should be set aside for the Hoshana for a whole day, for the whole seventh day. Shana Rabbi, you take the Hoshana. After you use it, could you use it for something else? Right, after you bash it. You don't bash it, right? Okay. So could you use it for something else? That Shulchan Aruch says that since it was designated for the seventh day, when originally, right? So therefore it should not be used for anything but that for the entirety of the day until after the day. Unless you made a precondition. Right? That's what Mechaber says. So over here he says, he cites the Mogen Avram, who questions this because not everybody agrees that why? Because if you used it initially for the mitzvah, how do you, right? I mean, using it as a mitzvah. The person takes an esrog, and for a day, right? For day one, he's going to use an esrog. Could he say, it should only be an esrog for the mitzvah when I need it. Afterwards, I can do whatever I want with it. I mean, the day is the day. Once it's designated for the day, the whole day, it's exclusive for the mitzvah, right? You can't divide the day. So over here, how does he say? If you have in mind initially the Hoshana, even though you started to use it for the mitzvah, if there's a precondition, then you can use it afterwards. Let's see the Ber Halacha. Im lo hisno meikoro, l'chora kav noskom od inyan noi sukkah. Mevura besim tov reish lamet cheser sheyasne kodem bein Hashem osher she'ena bodul mimenu milehonos. Meaning like this. First time is the decorations on the sukkah. So sukkah is one continuous mitzvah from the first moment till the end of sukkah. Right? There's no interruption of night like Esrog. One cannot fulfill the mitzvah at nighttime. So every day is a separate mitzvah. Here the mitzvah is a continuous mitzvah without interruption. So the moment it's designated for the sukkah, the person says, I want the sukkah should be used for a mitzvah on day one. Once it begins, it's for the entire 7-day period. So the noise sukkah, the decoration of sukkah, if you want to use them during, let's say, a Chol Hamoed or something else, you have to say, initially when I'm decorating the sukkah, I don't want the decorations to assume the same status as the sukkah itself. So they have, even from the very beginning, it doesn't have Kedusha sukkah. It's not that. It happens to be decorations, but it's not, doesn't have, take on the status of the sukkah itself. Omnam ufi mashkosu bikuri yakusim tov reish gimel sag shiasne kodem asiyas hamitzvah shlo yeoser al asiyas hamitzvah keinu bodel atzmi ilonos v'hu adin li hadas tosla riach bo kol shiva mishum da'aksid l'mitzvah. So you're not supposed to smell the hadas, right? Because the hadas, what's its value? It's fragrance. Sagi gam shiasne bikor masiyas hamitzvah in a bodel atzmi ilonos, that initially when he puts the hadasim into the lulav, he says from day one, I don't want this to be exclusive for mitzvah. That's what he says initially. Omnam bi'ikar adin, tenai moil, uchimog Avram, is a totally beflukto. He says it's dependent. There's an argument regarding whether you could make the condition or not. Das a Rashba Ran, v'chein das sefer Yereim, dagam hu sefer kos sefer Yereim lo kos of tenai mahani lo hoyi b'yoro kim sefer Yereim hakotzer. Okay, you know something? We'll leave this right now. Let's start Hilchos Hanukkah.